Welcome back. It's America Under Distress, America Under Siege. Oh, gotta put my hat on. Yes, here we are back again. Welcome back and thank you for all your support. I put up 2 videos yesterday. They were basically the closing of Operation Paperclip and the scientists that I was talking about. I started about 2 or 3 weeks ago with Werner von Braun and a couple other ones. But I'll cover one more person that is not in the books, but he's also was in the documents that I found when I was researching Operation Paperclip. So his name is Lucio Gallie. Spelled sounds like jelly, like jelly. But basically, he's the last scientist that I'll talk about. But today, what I'm going to do is go back to the Operation Paperclip, probably for the last time until I do Lucio Gallie, which is the concentration camps where they worked at. The first one I'm going to go through is Nordhausen in Germany. I'm going to show you a very brutal clip, a public domain video with the liberation of Nordhausen camp. That is where the V1, the V2 rockets were built by slave labor. That is also a part of Werner von Braun's legacy. That is also a part of the space legacy that a lot of people do not talk about. That's where they were built. There's going to be a video that has some very graphic materials in there. There's going to be some disturbing things in there. I'm going to put a viewer discretion warning on the front and throughout the video, because once you start watching, that's part of the legacy. And then I'm going to go to Dachau, the SS camp, where all the SS officers got trained, a lot of medical experiments. I mentioned a few of them in Operation Paperclip. Then I'm going to go to Auschwitz, horrors of Auschwitz, and then also another camp that is tied to Operation Paperclip, which is the space industry, another one of the V rockets. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to see that and probably maybe one of them tomorrow. But once I get off of these liberation ones, I'll come back to with Lucio Gallie. He basically is banking, finance, and secret societies. There is a section of secret societies on this channel because they're there. And this guy, Lucio Gallie, was the chairman of the one who ran P2, Propaganda 2, which is a very secret organization, part of the Illuminati. And that's given. You can believe about the Illuminati all you want. If you do, great. If you don't, don't. I'll get into that in another time about the proof. Is it real or isn't real? But I have a very easy way to show you how you can join the Illuminati. It blew me away how easy it was, and I didn't join. So what I'm going to do now is show you the video from the liberation of Nordhausen. And again, this is very disturbing material. I just want to make sure that you get this information. This is part of the legacy. This should be taught to you in college. It should be taught to you so that you don't forget. So that you don't forget when you give too much power to one group of people. That is dangerous, extremely dangerous. Okay, here's a video from the liberation of Nordhausen. And then just before you watch the video, I'll put the names of the scientists from Operation Paperclip that were there. That's part of their legacy. That is the truth. It's been proven. It is not false. It's not a conspiracy theory. This guy is Sir Octopus. He represents conspiracy theories. But he needs to really sit down here because this is not a conspiracy theory. This was real. It's been proven real. Here's a video from Nordhausen. Again, disturbing material. Viewer discretion advised. This is a very grainy, very old video about the liberation of Nordhausen. It's going to be hard to see. Hopefully you can see it from your phone or your TV or whatever you're viewing this from. This is very old. This is 1945. It's on reel-to-reel. It hasn't been saved to upper technology and things like that. But this is the public domain footage of Nordhausen Concentration Camp where the V weapons were built.
slave labor camp at Nordhausen, liberated by the 3rd Armored Division, 1st Army. At least 3,000 political prisoners died here at the brutal hands of SS troops and pardoned German criminals who were the camp guards. Nordhausen had been a depository for slaves found unfit for work in the underground V-bomb plants and in other German camps and factories. American medical crews find 2,000 still alive at the camp. They are discovered inside filthy barracks where the survival and death were contingent on how long human existence was possible on the daily ration of potato peels, one slice of bread, and an occasional bowl of a liquid that was supposedly soup. The dead quickly outnumbered the living. Amid the corpses are human skeletons, too weak to move. Men of our medical battalions work 2 days and nights binding wounds and giving medications. But for advanced cases of starvation and tuberculosis, there are often no cures. The survivors are shown being evacuated for treatment in Allied hospitals. Poles and Russians, with considerable numbers of French and other nationalities also included in the camp roster.
Never forget.
The Burgomaster of Nordhausen is ordered to provide 600 German male civilians who will inter the 2,500 unburied bodies at the camp. Administers last rites for the dead while the corpses are being carried to the hillside for burial. All day long, the German civilians carry the gruesome corpses, some of which are already green and putrefied. Then the actual burial in common graves of the 2,500 Nordhausen victims.
That's the legacy of Nordhausen. That's the legacy of World War II. Like I said, we must never forget this. Because when one group of people tries to decide for another group of people that they don't belong on this earth, that is not for them to decide. You don't own another person. You don't treat another person this way. It is unfreaking forgivable. It is not acceptable. When you target another group of people, you are the problem. This must never happen again. But unfortunately, it did happen again. People have been genocide, ethnic cleansing, people being targeted, ever since World War II. There's been camps, there's been work camps, there's been countries deciding for other reasons. Again, this must never happen again. You must not allow your politicians or people that come into control that have the same type of mentality. Very soon I'll talk about the mentality of post-World War II. But I wanted you to see, this is part of the legacy of Operation Paperclip. This is all part of the legacy of World War II. This must never happen again. I'm going to shift to, I don't know how to end this, but just check out the descriptions for the things that this channel supports, the 2 scholarships, Wounded Warrior Project, and useful charts and things like that to help us stop these kind of things in the past. That happened in the past, it would never happen again in the future. So I'll be sending out another video from Dachau. Some other Operation Paperclip members worked at Dachau that were used in the United States post-World War II. Then Auschwitz, horrors of Auschwitz. So Operation Paperclip is almost done. I'll be getting into some educational things about education under siege that's coming very soon. Then we'll be coming soon into some conspiracy theories. Like I said, with Lucio Gallie. And thank you for watching. Remember if you watch the video, remember the images. Never let this happen again. Thank you for watching, and thank you for remembering these people that died. Remember them.